It is absolutely imperative to bring forth our thoughts to government, which is very, very clear. They have failed. They have failed, they have failed, and they have failed. It is very clear. It is surprising that in 2020, that we're still talking about light, electricity, when other governments are beginning to produce flying cars, electric cars. There are certain cities that you cannot even drive fueled cars or diesel cars. And we're still talking about light in 2020. We're still talking about roads, infrastructure in 2020. When countries are beginning to build ships, people are planning to visit the moon, Mars, Pluto, different places, be in contact with extraterrestrials, and we're still talking about light, road. It is disgraceful. But it is obvious that they have heard us. If President addresses us, he doesn't address us, it is obvious that everybody is listening. The entire world is listening, watching, and I believe that everyone is empathetic towards our situation. Our primary objective is to repress the problem. Has always been to repress the problem, address the problem. Then again, power is never given. You have to struggle for it. What I believe we should be thinking of now is for us to put ourselves together and ready ourselves, because very soon voters registration will commence. And I believe we should insist that the president should endeavor to sign the Electoral Act bill so as to allow for proper mechanized electoral process. So people can vote the same way you can do transfer from your village, or you can walk into an ATM point and withdraw money or transfer money. If the president signs that bill, he has automatically handed over power to the people. If he signs that bill now, power has been handed over to the people. If the president says he's not corrupt, says that he's a father, because I believe the man is an old man, he just wants to make peace with his God, let him sign that bill to give power back to the people. To also eradicate this whole scenario of having one old, deluded man sit in some old, scruffy chair and determine who becomes what and what in a particular political or geographical region. These are the things that I believe that we should fight for. With the awareness and consciousness that has been raised within this demographic of formidable youths, then we can fight back and take power, and then address some of these very, very lineal problems that any Tom, Dick, and Harry can even solve. These men have not been able to solve it with all the funds that they have had access to. So I want to appeal to all of us. If we say we want things done differently, if we have lost all these bad boys that came out to protest and received bullets from the Nigerian military, I believe that there is need to uphold that drive, that passion that they had, that made them give their lives for this country. It's quite emotional speaking about certain things that our people are supposed to know. I often wonder, I often ponder on why our leaders truly want us to suffer. Sometimes it marvels me why these people want us to suffer, why we don't have good schools, why they do not want to appropriate monies to our schools, to our educational system. It breaks my heart. It brings tears to my eyes. But how do you address it? You address it from inside, not from outside. If we have 10 intelligent people, very intelligent people in the National Assembly, we can stand firm and oppose injustice. If we have 10 governors out of 36, they can stand and oppose injustice. Incrementally, we can build ourselves and take the #1 seat of this country. Education is a factor. These people have weaponized education. That is why most people do not properly rationalize before thinking or assuming that this is an Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba affair. It is not. This thing has to do with bad governance, and bad governance must be addressed. This country is the biggest country in Africa, the most populated country in Africa. A country that practically controls, has influenced people's way of life all over the world. Our music, they listen to our music, people watch our movies. The world is watching Nigeria. Nigeria is the second America of the world. Why we don't know it surprises me. But apart from America, Nigeria is the other country that people try to sample. People try to live our lives, speak our language, do things the way we do things. Embrace our culture, basically. We cannot afford to make it seem as if those that have sacrificed their lives, those that have made that ultimate sacrifice, are fools, because they will be turning in their graves. If we want to be held in higher standards, we need to live that exemplary life. So I want to appeal to every young man that is out there looting people's stores, killing police officers and killing military men. These military men are also members of society that also go through the same problems that you and I go through every day. These men are also going through the same things. They have their families, they have their children, they have their wives. This is not how it's done. This is not how it is done. It is not done this way. So I want to appeal to all the bad boys in Nigeria. All of us come from somewhere. All of us live somewhere. Good always prevails. All the bad boys in different hoods, make una call other people. Make una assemble those good people. Make them stop this looting and this violence. Let it stop. We're not animals. The world is watching. We're not animals. We are educated. We are sound. We are industrious. We are resourceful, contrary to the opinion of so many that believe that we are lazy. We are not lazy. Nigerian youths are the most resilient individuals in the world. And I say this with every sense of conviction. This is the only country that the contractual relationship between government and its people have been violated by government from every angle. What do I mean? The relationship between government and its people is purely transactional. And the primary duty of government is to provide security, which they have not, provide infrastructure, which they have not, provide an enabling environment for people's businesses to thrive, which they have not. And on our part, our obligatory requirement is to pay taxes, to obey the law, to respect government officials, to do whatever is enshrined in the constitution of this country. And we have kept every part of that bargain, and government have broken every part of their own bargain. That is why we say to you old G's that we are tired. We are tired. We are tired. When I don't try, it is time for you to try. It is time for us to let us try. Since you guys have tried, this is 2020. Some of you don't even know how to use laptops, and that is why you see our leaders sit back and allow SARS officials